He's killing it all over the scene. You may have seen him on Conan O'Brien. You may have seen him on Jimmy Kimmel's show. But he's here for your night. Please make it very, very loud for the very funny Tony Camin.
Thank you very much, San Francisco. It's nice to be home. I gotta apologize right out of the gate. This is my home club. I love the punchline. Great club, great hotel. However, I'm out of it. I didn't get any sleep. Classic situation. There was a couple having the loudest and craziest sex for hours and hours right on the internet. And I had to watch. I'm paying for it, so my hands were tied, so to speak. Kind of defeats the purpose. What's up, huh? Yes, it is nice to be home. I am from San Francisco. The Mountain View part. But when I meet people, I say I'm from San Francisco. I round up. Hey, I'm not going to round down to San Jose. What's up? Yeah, Mountain View. Good old Mountain View. I was hanging out in Mountain View today because I'm a good son. I need to borrow some money. And Mom there. And if you don't know Mountain View, that's where Google is. That's where Google is. Yeah, and if you don't know what Google is, Bing it. That joke kills on the Microsoft campus, you guys. Just kidding, it does the same. It does about the same. All my jokes do about the same. So I was hanging out there in Mountain View, and Google's testing out all their Waymo self-driving cars in Mountain View, and they're zipping all over. They still have a human in the car, and one of these things almost hit me. I'm crossing the street, and one of these things screeches to a halt, barely misses me. I'm like, what the fuck? And the human inside the car was like, yeah, what the fuck, to the car. He passed on my message to the AI. Also, I think he was a little team human, like, yeah, what the fuck, taking our jobs. And I was always wondering what's the usefulness of self-driving cars. If you're able to drive, why not? Something to do. Then I realized, oh yeah, road rage is going to be awkwardly dissipated. You'll get in a wreck, and the other guy will be like, what the fuck, man, I was having the best dream in the back seat. What? Why are you even bringing me into this conversation? Look, let's go have a beer, and we'll let the cars work it out. And they go off to be best friends, and the cars are like, fuck you, no, fuck you. Because it's very accurate. The AI. Yep, yeah, it was nice to be home, my family, I got to see my dad. Great dad, I have a great dad. But he wasn't the deepest thinker. We have a landscaping company there in Mountain View. Still going on. My brother runs it. Camin Landscaping, check him out. I actually sold this space in my act to my brother. Thank you. Yeah, the only time my dad ever got deep or philosophical is when he hit his head on something. Someone will leave like a cabinet open and he'll get up a little too quick and be like, why is that there? And that's it for the mysteries of the universe. That and where's my beer, I think was the other one. But he was a cheap dad. Classic, when I was a kid, and I was a cute kid, I don't know what happened, but I was a real cute kid. And my hobby was fish. I love fish. Not the hippie jam band, the wet animal. But my dad, too cheap, to take me to the San Francisco Aquarium This cheap bastard would just take me to the fish market. Look, son, there's the majestic halibut. Shh, they sleep in piles. Like, Dad, those are breaded. That's their blankie, son. It's cold in freezers. And that's good dad advice, because it is cold in freezers. That's that dad advice. It's cold in freezers. Yep, got to see my dad. Got to see my grandma turn 98 in September. Don't. I did nothing to make that woman's life any better. She's great. Nell Piccolo. She's she's a feisty little Italian lady, about this big. Actually, this year about that big. You know, every year it's a little. I think that's how she's finally gonna go. Oh, there went Grandma. Died doing what she loved. Shrinking a little bit every year. She's good at that shit. Anyway, we were watching football over the holidays, and one of the players gets hit right in the crotch with the ball, and she goes, "Ah! He got it right in the gizmo." And I said, "Thank you, Grandma." Yes. 'Cause that's how I want my grandmother to think of a penis as a gizmo. Okay? Because a gizmo is a gadget or contraption that one is unfamiliar with. And I like that in a grandma-penis relationship. Keep them separated. You know? It's my grandma. It's my grandma. I don't want her referring to that part of the body as something she's fond of. You know, say the guy gets hit in the... Oh, that guy got it right in the hard candy. I love big black hard candy. Grandma. 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 It's nice to be back. We with the family, we moved where I was in Brooklyn for a while, and we had before we moved out of our apartment in Brooklyn, I bought this is a condo co-op in Brooklyn, 350 square feet. I didn't see it. I bought it on the West Coast. I bought it 350 and I didn't know what that is. I'm not a doctor. But I'm not dumb, not smart, medium. I took a tape measure, and I whipped it around me. At the time, I was 1.5 square feet, so I'm like, that's 150 places I can hang out in. Seemed big, you know? Oh, how wrong I was. This stool is about 900 square feet. To be a good New York apartment right there. A little bit of a walk-up, but that's a cute stool joke. Yeah, so small apartment there, and we had so we're moving back. I'm moving back to California, and we have a stoop sale, which is like 6 stairs. It's called a stoop. You guys in California, you have an estate sale, right, or a yard sale with all your land. You're braggers. Well, we got 6 stairs. And first of all, it's Brooklyn, so you have to kick off the doo-wop group. Always doo-wopping it up. And you lay your shit out there, and you have a sale, and I don't know why I'm angry here for no reason. And I had a Bible, very lightly used, but mint condition if you're a collector on the Bible. And I was going to sell it in the stoop sale there, and then I kind of panicked. I'm like, is it even legal? I didn't know the rules about Bible selling. It seemed like a heavy thing to sell it. You know, and I didn't know. Do you charge a lot for all the answers? Do you charge a little for charity? I didn't know, so I panicked, and I didn't end up selling it at the stoop sale. But the next day, we had a little giveaway box with stuff that didn't sell. So I put the Bible in the giveaway box, you know, with a note. Doesn't work. And like this joke in Texas. Yeah. Thank you for laughing at that one. I wasn't sure. That's always. Yeah, one thing I miss about Brooklyn, though. I'm a Californian. I love being back. But one thing I miss about Brooklyn is there's an attitude, and it's what's funny about it is regardless of your status in life, this Brooklyn attitude, you know? Like a true story. My first week there, I'm in Brooklyn. I'm walking down the street, and I see out of the corner of my eye, briefly, what appears to be a man with his pants down around his ankles, doing some business, as we say in the dog-owning industry, pooping. And I was, you know how sometimes your brain sees something that's so wrong, it like tries to talk you out of it, like, no, it's not that. You know, maybe it's like a stuffed animal or a dog that's been shaved weird. So I go over for what I thought was a very subtle confirmation glance. And then he turns his head, and our eyes meet. And then he says, "What are you looking at?" And I was stunned, because I'm like, how did he gain the upper hand in this situation, you know? It's just like, I fucking had to hand it to him, because you win, buddy. My bad that I have eyes. I mean, it was right in the middle of, it wasn't even behind a dumpster or in a doorway. I guess that's not better, right? Oh, look at that classy guy shitting in a doorway. He must be from France. How's it going, my friend?
Excellent.
Actually, you still have a mask on.
Yes, I do.
You all right? Are you sick? I could hear you through. You don't have to. It's an album. You can't do this shit. What's your name?
Brian.
What do you do, Brian?
I'm an engineer.
You're an engineer. That's different. No. There's a lot. I'm from Silicon Valley. All my friends are engineers. What kind of engineer are you?
A software engineer.
Software.
Yes.
That's the most boring kind of engineer. Is that a fun job? You like it? Is this your family here?
No, it is not.
All right. Do you have anybody at this? Do you know him? No, you're an engineer. You don't know anybody, right? You found this like solo Groupon deal. Well, thanks for coming. I'm not sure if you know what you're in for, but I always pick on the guy with the mask, and you... No, I'm just kidding. It's always nice coming home. I took the I-5 up because I'm successful, and I'll tell you, one fun thing about the I-5. It's a boring drive, but I like those billboards that the farmers put up. You know, it keeps me. You know where they are politically. You know, and I gotta say, it's not really all over the map. It's kind of a one area they like, you know? And it's different over the years. I'll tell you who they hate right now. It's Newsom. They hate Newsom. Newsom's taking our water. Newsom with the water. Newsom water. And it's like, these dumb farmers, how much water can Newsom drink? I don't know how... People hate Newsom, and I don't know. I think he does a pretty good job for a cocaine vampire, because you got to do all that cocaine, and you got to get in the coffin, and it's got to be hard to sign all that governor stuff when you're in the coffin. Unless you have one of those lighted pins, but that might hurt him too if he's, I don't know. nice to be back. I love it here. I love it here. San Francisco's such a great city, you know. And and it's the best city. I'll tell you, it's the best city for forgetful parents. Thank you. Yes, because you can leave your kid in the car all day and forget him. Oh my God, I left my kid in the back seat of my car, and all he'll be is damp at the end of the day. You know? And they don't report that on KRON. Oh, we got a horrible damp child in the back, left in the back seat. It is horrible to be damp, ma'am, if that's your real name. We have any visitors? Any visitors from San Francisco? Any visiting? Woo? Visiting? Who's wooed? Where are you from? Where? LA. Well, thanks for taking that big trip from LA. Yeah, I'm from LA too now, dipshit. That doesn't count. No, I'm just kidding. You come here a lot? Is this your first time? No. Okay, you're fucking over it. You're like, no, I practically live here, but I wanted to help out the show. I seem to be struggling there. I'll tell you, I feel bad for the tourists who come for the 4th of July, and they just don't know, and especially if they love fireworks. I feel bad. I feel bad for them, you know, because they start lining up early there at Crissy Field. Yeah, fireworks. A lot of Germans, for some reason. It is. It's true. And I think it combines two things Germans love. Explosions on a schedule. They're like, yeah, fireworks. So they get there, Crissy Field, they line up there, and you've seen them with the socks and the sandals and the fanny pack still, you know. God bless them. And they wait there all night. All night. They get there early, and they wait there all day. Finally, night falls. And then in comes the fog. And then they shoot them off. Red cotton, blue cotton. Dies und Scheißewachs. That means shit works, buddy. That mask is I can't tell if you're laughing or... When I lived here, I lived at 21st in Geary, and my bank, Wells Fargo, 20th in Geary, it all of a sudden became half bank, half Starbucks. It was half, and you walked in, what am I here for? You know, it was weird, no wall betwixt them. And I think that goes to show you how expensive San Francisco is. Because even these multinational businesses need to have roommates. Imagine fighting over that phone bill. Because you know Wells Fargo would be fucking nickel and diming you. They'd be like, who called Sumatra? It's a type of coffee, huh? You know that. What's your name, sir?
James.
Hi, James. What are you a musician or something good? You have cool hair.
I have fabulous hair.
Yeah. That's why I just said that. You don't have to. What do you do, James?
I'm a plumber for the city.
You're a plumber for the city? Come on, what do you do, really?
Mostly I go to abandoned police.
All right, James. I like him better with the mask on. He's not trying to make up some story to be more entertaining. I'm going to give you one more chance, James. Against my instincts, what do you do, really?
Really?
You're... What?
I hide.
You hide?
Yeah.
Can you be less cryptic? Or, I'm sorry, can you be less of an asshole when I'm... It's my goddamn album, and you're like, I'm going to play games. Really?
I used to go up in the jail and pull the towels out of the toilets.
All right. You didn't do that, did you? You have cool hair, though. You're like in a band or something. Maybe you're too famous and I don't know it. Oh, he is. Holy shit. It's Chris Isaac, everybody. I just don't know. I should know better. Now, this is the guy to talk to, right? Because you're bald. You're not in any cool band. This guy. Well, what's your name?
Memo.
Memo? Yes, fuck, another guy playing with me. I'm not gonna make a sex joke. Did you ever say I didn't get the memo when it's not when it's? She said yeah. She said yes, but then like this. And Memo, what do you do?
I own a financial service company.
A financial? You own a financial service, so you're rich, right? What? You keep laughing, but I think that's a rich guy's yes. We're like, because if you're poor, you wouldn't be like, That's a different look. I know that look. A financials, that's good. So you're smart with money. That's you got to talk to these musicians over here because you know how that goes. Oh shit, I'm sitting down on the job. Anyway, all right, sorry. And what's your name, old timer? I could say that here. Everybody's old timer.
I'm David.
Hi, David. What do you do, David?
I'm a travel agent specializing in cruises.
Cruises. Oh, this is your crowd right here, old fuckers. Have you been on a lot of cruises? I did a comedy festival on a cruise, and it was the worst 3 days of my life. I couldn't wait to get off that. Because you have your drink card, you have a card, right? And then all everybody, you can't leave. It's like being on a hotel that you can't leave that's flooded up to the bottom floor. You're like, oh shit. Did you guys meet on a cruise? Is this your wife? Guess not if you have to look over and go. That was mucho acuerdo for those in the back. Do you even know him?
Yeah, we're just karaoke buddies.
Oh, you're karaoke buddies. That's how it starts. Did you meet on a karaoke? That's a big thing on cruises, right? Karaoke? Yeah. And did you meet on a cruise? No. She's giving me don't talk to me. It's always the women who don't like, and the guy's like, yeah, she's my friend. And you're going to be getting some legal paperwork. Oh, shit. You guys, thank you so much for coming out. This is fun. I know I'm having more fun. This is fun. Oh, I love you too, ma'am, or weird sir. I can't see you. I've had a good year. I went to perform comedy in England in February, which as a white guy was nice to be in headquarters. What's up, Walnut Creek? You know what I'm talking about. Carly was talking about Japan. Same thing. It's about 10 hours, and I was like, oh, that's a long flight. I feel bad saying it's a long flight because I know historically people died. It took months and scurvy and all. I'm like, oh, it's a long. I'd watch 4 movies, you know. And I like to watch the. I'm a big fan of that little your little travel map. You know, your little progress map shows you the plane in the air and your trip progress. I love that. That's fun. You got this giant. You know, the plane's not to scale. It's it looks like if you just walk to the front of the plane, you'd be there already. It's half giant plane. What I like, though, they also give you great facts. They throw all these facts around the perimeter, you know, like time at destination, time at point of departure, hours left in journey, and then they throw one in that no one needs, outside temperature. You're like, I don't even think the pilots need to know that one, you know? Like, hey, Chuck, I'm going to step out for a smoke. Holy shit, minus 70. I was with my wife in Camden Market, which is a lot of food courts, you know, food stalls, and I got a Korean corn dog, which I never get. Has anybody ever had a Korean? Crazy thing. It's a crazy corn dog. It's got like cheese in it and sauce and sausage, and it's got French fries on the outside. I don't know how they do it. It's corn dog technology. Makes our corn dog seem kind of healthy in comparison. So I'm enjoying this holiday treat, and I go to throw the stick away, and I say, hey, I was like, wow, that was a really good corn dog. And I go to throw the stick away, and then I trip over a cobblestone, and I hit my head on the street. Yeah, and I say, I love you, to my wife. Because I do, but that's not why I said it. I said it because I hit my head pretty hard. You know, and I didn't know how bad I was hurt. And just in case of the worst scenario that I died, I didn't want my last words to be, wow, that was a really good corn dog. So I threw that up there as an insurance policy. And my wife thought that was really romantic. But what she doesn't know is I was still talking about that corn dog. You know, and I can't have foods like that anymore. Because a couple years ago, I've always been fat and then thin in my life, you know. And a couple years ago, my doctor told me I had to lose weight. Because he told me, get this, he told me I had a fatty liver. And I thought he was just being rude. I'm like, well, you have a fatty wife. Look, buddy, it's immature. That's what they call it. Got shaming my liver. So now dessert at my house is almonds and dried apricots. Woo! Come on over. Bring some bullets. I'd rather chew on those. Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. It sucks. It sucks. We used to get fresh apricots, and they're great, but we wouldn't get to them in time, and they would spoil, and we felt bad. So we started getting these dried apricots, you guys. Oh, yeah, and the thing about the dried apricots is all the fruity juiciness has been sucked out and removed for your lack of pleasure, and you're stuck chewing on what tastes and feels like a mummified human ear. These boring, dry, orange pieces of shit. We call them Trump ears. You know, and then there's almonds. Hey! Almonds are great, right? Almonds are a superfood! But you know what they're not? Dessert! Almonds aren't dessert! Almonds is what you get if candy fucked wood, okay? That's almonds in a nutshell. And I always, like I said, I was a fat kid. This is a true story. I've never told this on stage. I went out for like softball. I was a fat little, and then this is in the 70s when you could fat shame and bully. It was you know, I was a fat kid. My pants were called Huskies. I mean, that's almost fat shaming right there because Porky's was probably taken. A little fatty in first grade, so I go out for like softball, Pee Wee League, right? And it's the first game. It's after practice. I'm so bad, I got demoted from right field to coach assistant, which he just made up on the spot because he was like, oh, this guy. Because my dad was like, I want you to go out, but he was too busy working, earning a living for us, even though I couldn't go to the aquarium. So I get it. So I didn't know. I didn't have any friends to play. A clue was when they said, what position do you want to be? I said batter because it looked fun on TV, but I didn't know. And they laughed. Right then I should have known, getting laughs is easier than sports for me. Because I wasn't aware even, you know. So it's our first game, and I'm coaches, but everybody gets up. And they've been out through all the lineup, and it's my turn. And I'm a big fat kid, and it's a T-ball. And I'm striking out, right? And somehow I managed to get my heft and connect with the ball, and it just sailed. It just sailed over all the other kids had moved in because Chubby was up, so they didn't think this was going anywhere, and it just sailed, you know. And I remember waddling past first base, and I would hear my dad say, "Tony, run home." And how I went to school was right past outfield. True story. My sister's right here; she'll back me up. So I zoom right past first base, heading for the rear exit of our school, and I see the tear in the right fielder because he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. I'm running, and that's me. I'm like, I'm one worse than you, and he doesn't know what to fucking do. It's not football. It's just it's not supposed to happen. So I'm just heading home because I heard my dad say, "Run home. You gotta do what your dad says." And then I heard it was a beat, and then I heard through a bullhorn, the loudest I've ever heard my dad say, "Tony, stop running." And that was the last time I played sports. Yeah, up and down all my life. Let's just take a breather. This is why edibles are great, because I was walking around just in the neighborhood. I'm like, boy, what a beautiful day. And I'm like, oh, I'm on edibles. Like, that's that's sad, but you know, hey, whatever works. When I first moved back to California, they had I like that era where there was just medical marijuana, you know, and I went right from the plane to the marijuana doctor. And the marijuana doctor, let's face it, that's an interesting phrase. The marijuana, because I'm always curious, like, well, is he a real doctor? Because what is medical school's like, what, 12 years or some stuff, or 16? This is laughing. I don't even, how long is medical? You know.
4.5.
That's it? Oh, really? All the doctors, that's it? They've only had like 4 years? Yeah, whatever. But you don't do all that just to say, yeah, you could have pot. Because I have a friend who lives in a van, and he does the same thing. And he bypassed academia. No, seriously, I went, and this guy, his office was feeling like a Taco Hut and a Midas muffler. And all the other doctors are like, the hospital, he must be lonely with his doctor friends. I don't know if he left a scalpel in a bladder or what. He touched a child. I don't know why he's at the marijuana level. But it was, and I go in there and I say, look, doctor, I didn't use the air quotes in front of him. I thought that would be demeaning. I said, look, doctor, I'll play along. Because you can't call him on it. Like, are you a real doctor? He says, no. Okay, no one gets weed, and you're, you know, it's catch-22. So I say, okay, doctor, look, I got to be honest with you. I just moved here. I don't even have a valid California ID. And he said, well, luckily for you, not having a valid California ID is one of the conditions we'll provide marijuana. Approved. What do you got? Bad hair? Yep, you get it. What? Good hair? Yeah, I don't have a denied stamp. It's only one. If someone were to, I'd have to write not and then an arrow and then. But it hasn't happened. Everybody gets it. Everybody gets it. So yeah, I was talking about my health issues. And like I said, I've been fat and skinny. I've still got a fat, big boob, you know. But then, get a gander at these wrists, huh? I got the wrist of a 9-year-old Asian violinist. Look at this shit. This watch band goes all the way around. It's on the last thing. And there's no wrist exercises. Keep it clean. No, you know, and all these old white guys like we got to try to be better because if we just get older and angrier, and suddenly you're raiding the Capitol. No, you get older and angrier for no reason. Here's an example. True story. The other day, guy parks in front of my house. Can you believe that shit? The audacity to legally park. And my wife's no help. I'm like, look. And she's like, what? I'm like, he's parking. She's like, where's your car? The driveway. Now I got to buy a second car just to mark my territory. Wasn't a problem at 59. Big problem when I'm 60. Cuckoo. Cuckoo. You guys are fun. I love you. I love you guys. I love you guys. I don't know you guys. Hi, I'm Tony. You guys look super white and everything. Me too. I'm tan right now, but you get me in December, I'm almost as white as you. I don't wear the khakis, but I get it. And what's your name, son?
Scott.
I don't know why I said son, like I run a country store. You just moved to town. What, Scott? And what do you do, Scott?
Real estate.
Real estate. Awfully white of you, Scott. Awfully white of you. What kind? Commercial, resi? Commercial, calm. Oh, in the dumper right now, huh? Everybody's zooming. That's money in your pocket. Zoom stock is up. Scott stock is down. It's all right, man. You hang in there. Is this your wife, Scott? Yep. You had to look, though, Scott. Always a classy move. I get it. You're in real estate. And what's your name, ma'am? Jamie, what do you do, Jamie? Because I know he can't have the main job right now.
I don't work right now.
You don't work right now. Me neither. And how'd you guys meet?
College.
What college?
UC Davis.
UC Davis. Oh. Are you UC Davis?
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah! What is that? Aggie corn husk or what is it? That's an ag school, right? That's some. I don't know how real estate come out of that. There's lots of real estate around that area. You could just, could buy all of Dixon if you wanted to. People on the album are gonna love that joke. That Dixon chunk. You guys are fun. I thought you were gonna be bad. I honestly did. My friend Phil was up here trying his hardest, and he's funny, and you guys are like, nah. He's so good. Tim Young, too young for you guys, because you're like, TikTok. I told them, I said, look, I'm gonna they put their video reels all over TikTok, and these comics get famous. I'm like, well, I'm gonna put my reels on a platform more age appropriate. I'm gonna download all this stuff onto nextdoor.com. Yeah, I'm gonna call my special package thief. Or suspicious man. I'm gonna get a lot of hits. I hear him laughing under that mask. It's cute. It's like, it's got a muffler effect. It makes it longer than it needs to, it takes a while to. Thank you for wearing that. You guys are fun. I still wish I was dead, though. All right. You do get older and grumpier. I walked by just a diner, I got mad. They said, try our famous pancakes. I'm like, what? Famous pancakes? Name one. That's like old guy mad, right? Kids don't care about that shit. So we gotta try to be better as an old white guy. You gotta try to improve yourself. Don't become an old grumpy. I'm trying to do my best to be better. I try to empower women. For example, my wife makes a lot more money than I do, and I allow it. Yeah, and people tease me. They're like, isn't that emasculating? I'm like, yeah, when she's at work, sometimes I emasculate 3 or 4 times a day, but it's none of your beeswax. None of your beeswax. None of your business, I tell them. None of your business. Gonna take a drink of water here. We don't have kids. You're welcome. You guys have kids, sir? No? I know you guys don't. You guys, of course you do. Little realtors. How many and how old?
11 and 14.
Whoa! So you guys have been at it for a while. Congratulations. That's gotta be annoying. No, I've been saying because I don't have kids. Like I said, and people. But I lived in a neighborhood. I live in a neighborhood where everybody has kids. And I don't know if you've seen the new baby carrier. It's a baby backpack where the baby sits in front of you, facing forward. Oh, that seemed like a bad idea. You know, because shit happens out here in the world. You know, a tree branch. Oh, sorry, baby. I was on my phone. Or what if you trip and fall? It happens. You know, you're, oh, shit. You know, baby. Maybe you'll bounce back like, oh, thank you. You know, like a little airbag. Little baby poop bag, I guess. But I like to have fun when I see the moms with a stroller. I'm like, oh my God, how adorable! And they're like, oh, thank you, she's 12. No, the stroller. That's a fucking nice one. What are those? People can be mean. People can be rude. Oh, you're childless. What a horrible thing to someone who doesn't have childless. How about fun more? Huh? Yeah. How about sleep through the night? How about expendable income? In theory, but let's be real here. Oh, you guys are fun. Let's wind this up, huh? Thank you. I gotta say one more time please tip the wait. They're my friends. Give them a nice. This is such. I have family. I want to thank everybody. People from Sacramento came, and I know it's disappointing. My wife does make more money. One time I was working in Minneapolis Tuesday through Saturday, and I found out that my wife was making more in 1 hour than I was making for that entire week of stand-up comedy. Yeah, and how I found out was she told me. I tell you, that's a real argument ender right there when you're like, oh, what? Oh, yeah, you go. Yeah, I'll do the dishes. All right. I got it. Yeah. Yep. And, you know, we gotta keep it fresh. I'll tell you a secret. We're going to be married 15 years next month. Thank you. And I'll tell you right now, the secret is casual sex. Yeah. The other night, we did it, and the whole time, she never stopped reading her book. That's pretty casual. She was on her Kindle, and I was in her Nook. We can't have phone sex. She's from Wisconsin. We can't have phone sex. Oh, God, you're getting so hot. Oh, God. Oh, all righty then. Real good. Bye-bye. You're like, what? Yeah. And she makes more money. And to top it off, she's 10 years younger. Yeah. Which makes sense, though, because as you guys can tell, I'm very immature. And she made a bad decision. So... No, even at the wedding, I overheard someone say she could do better. At the wedding. I'm like, Mom, I can hear you. But she is great, and when people see us together, like, well, why is you know? Well, it's not, you know. And I tell people, look, I'll tell you how to do it if you want to meet. If you're a guy who wants to meet a woman, or if you're a woman who wants to meet, or you're a they who wants to meet a woman, or whatever, I'll tell you how it happened. I was dog sitting, right? I was dog sitting, and I walked the dog, and every woman would stop and like, oh, look at that cute doggy! Oh, God, cute doggy! You know, not bright women. Who gives a shit? But I get an idea. Bing! Women love dogs. Mm-hmm. I love women. Mm-hmm. So if I want to meet a woman, all I gotta do, is buy a dog suit. And you guys, on that dumb, stupid joke, thank you so much for coming out. You guys have been so awesome. I can't thank you enough.